Ipakikilala ngayon ni Padre Jose M. Cruz ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, pangalawang Pangulo para sa Ugnayang Pampamantasan at Pandaigdigan, ang panauhing tagapagsalita, si Dr. Annie Rosa S. Almario, nabibigkas ng talumpati sa mga magtatapos. Hinihiling naming tumayo sa gitna ng entablado si Dr. Almario.
Annie Rosa S. Almario runs Adarna House, a publishing house of books, the metaphor for the production and consumption of knowledge and delight. The passion for children's books is partly genetic, we presume, since she is the daughter of National Artist for Literature, Virgilio Almario. But she's comfortable with numbers as well. She graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Economics cum laude from the University of the Philippines and the honor of being the president of the UP Economic Society. She went on to work for CISIP, Gores, and Vilayo. After a brief stint at Adarna House, where she supervised the publication of 40 and some children's books, she went to Stanford University on a Fulbright scholarship. She pursued a master's in education with a specialization in learning, design, and technology. Last year, Annie completed her doctorate in curriculum studies at the College of Education of the University of the Philippines, Diliman. As Vice President of Adarna House Incorporated, Annie has overseen the development and production of publications for children, conceptualized and managed projects championing reading, literacy, and children's causes, and liaised with various government and non-government agencies in matters related to children, literacy, and other social concerns. In various organizations that advocate literacy and progressive education, she has also taken a leadership role. Assistant Regional Advisor for Asia and the Pacific of the Society of Children's Books Writers and Illustrators, President of the Reading Association of the Philippines, Director and President of the Book Development Association of the Philippines, Governor of the National Book Development Board, and Coordinator for Filipino of the K-12 Language Arts team of the Department of Education. Apart from her involvement in Adarna House, Annie is busy as well with yet another house, a school, in fact, whose architecture is more like that of a house than a traditional school. Objects and toys are used to stimulate curiosity and creativity, and humor and story to teach the rigors of scientific teaching. This is to make the learner feel at home with learning. With her husband, Carlo Primo David, and their business partners, Annie runs the Raya School. It strives to instill love for reading, science, and country using an approach that is discovery-based, child-centered, and play-oriented. There are art walls where students can express themselves. The name Raja comes from the old Malay word which signifies what the school founders think education is, namely, a noble task for the instructor and an ennobling experience for the learner. With its motto, Kaya kong baguhin ang mundo, the Raya School aims to produce graduates who are innovators, entrepreneurs, reformers, and proud Filipinos. According to Annie, ang pangarap ko sa kabataan ay maging mabuti silang Pilipino. Gusto ko silang maging mahusay na mga tao na marunong magmalasakit sa kapwa, na may tunay na pag-ibig sa bayan, na hindi nagdadalawang isip kung may nangangailangan ng tulong nila, ng kalinga nila. Ginagamit nila ang kanilang talino at talento para sa ikauunlad ng bayan. When Annie turned 7, her father wrote a poem entitled Ang Bungi ni Annie that recalls the sadness she felt on losing a tooth. The poem ends with a message that Annie did well to internalize that fresh graduates may imbibe. Subalit, ang aral na dapat itangi, walang-walang hanggang tuwa o pighati. Tandaan mo, Ani, kahit ka nabungi, may inaani ka na rosas pagngiti. A staunch advocate for literacy and progressive education, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Annie Rosa S. Almario.
Magandang hapon po. kay Chairman Tan Mantiong, kay Father Jet, kay Father Ben, kay Dean Vilches, kay Dr. Chua, at kay Dr. Aldaba. Magandang hapon po at maraming salamat sa paanyaya. Kahit na napahiya ako dahil in-announce nyo na nabungi ako at iniyakan ko yun ng sobra at humingi ako ng pustiso para sa iisang ngipin. Sa mga magsisipagtapos, mainit na pagbati at sa mga magulang ng batch 2018, alalahaning mahirap mag-aral at magtapos sa Ateneo, kaya't hindi gantimpala sa mga anak ninyo ang isang masarap na blowout, kundi karapatan. San ba tayo mamaya? I am sadly not a graduate of Ateneo, nor have I taught here, and so I only know Ateneo through the Ateneans I have met and worked with. And it's easy to conclude that a person is Atenean because of their seriousness of purpose and the confidence with which they carry themselves. One of the Ateneans in my faculty is actually graduating today with a master's degree in psychology. Her name is Ivana Mabunay. Where's Teacher Vanna? Please stand up, Teacher Vanna, so I can humiliate you like only a proud boss could. Congrats, Teacher Vanna. When Father Jet invited me to be your commencement speaker today, I was deeply humbled and grateful that Ateneo would deem me worthy of this honor. And then I proceeded to do what any accomplished Stanford-educated person like myself would do. I went to Google and typed in best commencement speech ever. After a healthy dose of Oprah and Steve Jobs and J.K. Rowling and other brilliant minds, I ended up with a list of things commencement speakers tell graduates. Alam nyo na, persevere, follow your dream, accept failure as part of success. I think those are all popular messages around commencement time because they truly are true. They make for sound advice. But I have decided that the times call for another message that may seem funny coming from me but is absolutely relevant. Be Atenean. What does it mean to be Atenean? Last week, I talked to my brother Agno, who graduated here with a degree in philosophy. Siya lang ang Atenista sa pamilya namin, so siya pinakamayabang sa amin lahat. But I know the source of my brother's self-confidence. Agno, who will kill me after this speech because I talk too much about him, was never the academic type when he was growing up. He only went to school to socialize and thought very low of himself. But Ateneo changed all that. In his words, this is the institution where he enjoyed education. And that, I think, is a supreme compliment to your school. In one philosophy subject, his professor told them they could possibly get an A if they wrote an extra paper. My brother thought that even with the bonus points from this extra paper, it was impossible for him to get an A. So, hindi na niya sinulat. Upon realizing that Agno did not submit his paper, his professor called him at home and told him, Agno, kaya mo pang maka-A. That was a turning point for him as he felt that someone believed in him more than he himself did. That, I think, is being Atenean. You have utmost confidence in your abilities, in the education that you have received, and this drives you to dream big and to do great things. Wield this self-confidence, not only at work, but when you help others, but also when you help others. How else can you be Atenean? I remember when I was in graduate school, si Father Ben, binisita niya yung mga Atenista na nag-graduate school sa Stanford. And I remember feeling so envious. Imagine yung presidente ng universidad ninyo, pumunta sa school nyo just to check up on you, and to treat you to dinner. I think doon ako na inggit talaga eh. Kasi libre sila ng dinner. Mahal sa States. Ateneo has afforded you a community of peers, professors, and alumni. Look around you. They will remind you, the people around you, of the Ignatian ideals and the level of excellence that you have to maintain in your respective fields. Most of all, the Ateneo community cares and protects its own. It rejoices and cries collectively. Looking back, I do believe that encounter with Father Ben was one of the reasons why, when I founded the Raya School with my husband in 2005, we endeavored the building of the same kind of community, a community of caring teachers and parents around the children entrusted to us. We protect their childhood, we celebrate their individuality and their rich heritage as Filipinos. We assure them that they are never alone. And then we hope that because they were happy and cared for in Raya, they will be wonderful human beings and enlightened Filipinos when they graduate. But this sense of community in Raya and in Ateneo will be useless if it is not coupled with a true sense of country. And I know that this is not lost to Ateneo. Ever since 5 Ateneo undergraduates came out with their manifesto called Down from the Hill in November 1968. Those 5 Ateneans were Jose Luis Alcuaz, Gerardo Esguerra, Emmanuel Lacaba, Leonardo Montemayor, and Alfredo Salanga. Montemayor and Lacaba were Gaidon editors. The manifesto pushed for, in the author's words, the Philippinization of Ateneo. And I quote, "Philippinization is relevance. It is the process of making things relevant to the Philippine situation. A revolutionary situation exists in the Philippines because the present social, political, and economic order does not make for a just society. These are self-evident. That a power elite controls government for its own interests over and above those of the great majority of our countrymen. And this same power elite maintains an unequal distribution of the nation's wealth. This action is unjust because of the great disparity existing between the rich and the poor. This new orientation is truly Filipino because it addresses itself to the masses that seek justice and not to the power elite that impedes its promotion. And because it speaks of real justice, it cannot but be truly Christian. Thus, to be truly Filipino is to be truly Christian. Love of neighbors does not exist in paternalistic donations, which are mere palliatives for our society's ills. Rather, it is a rendering of justice, a commitment to cure society's ills at its roots. The condemnation of the present social, political, and economic order that does not make for a just society is therefore a Christian duty. The commitment to a national development for the ordering of a just society is a Christian commitment." End of quote. Down from the Hill, which I think should be required reading in the Ateneo, could have been, in my opinion, written in 2018. There is a degradation of morals, a twisting of truth, and widespread injustice. Most Filipinos are demoralized and frustrated with recent events, but they are afraid to speak up. And I believe that Ateneans, mentored by the very best minds and nurtured in this very special community, will not be overwhelmed by this culture of fear. Our present national situation calls for a revolution. And quoting the manifesto again, Ateneans have the moral and intellectual obligation to lead this revolution. Batch 2018, these are difficult times, and so our country asks you to muster everything that Ateneo has given you, all your magis and your cura personalis. Be the voice of the voiceless, be the courage of the weak, be truth, be hope, resist, resist, resist. I leave you with an excerpt from the poem Sa Karimlan by a faculty member of your School of Management, poet Christine Militante. May kaligtasan na nakakamit sa Karimlan. Milyon-milyong dolyar madaling itago sa mata ng bayan. Mga ebidensya ng pagpaslang, madaling pumanaw sa kawalan ng liwanag. Tapalan ng sugat sa pamamagitan ng pagbaon sa lupa. Protektahan ang reputasyon upang mapurga ang alaala. Idaan sa tahimik na seremonya. Ngunit patuloy ang daloy ng dugo ng mamamayan habang ikaw ay mahimbing na natutulog dyan. Kung akala mo ligtas ka na, nakakalimot ka, hindi nakakatakas ang dilim sa salita. Maging mahuhusay na Filipino, Batch 2018. Maraming salamat po.
Bilang tanda ng pasasalamat at pagkilala kay Dr. Almario, inihahandog ni Ginoong Ernesto Tanmantiong, tagapangulo ng Lupon ng Pangangasiwa ng Pamantasang Ateneo de Manila, ang isang replika ng munting rebulto ng banal na puso ni Jesus na nililok ng pambansang bayani na si Dr. Jose Rizal sa kahoy na batikuling noong siya'y mag-aaral pa sa Ateneo Municipal. Sa kahoy na batikuling din nilikha ni Justino Cagayat, isang manlililok ng Paete, ang replika na ito. Ang orihinal na munting rebulto na inukit ni Dr. Jose Rizal gamit ang isang pantasa ng pluma ay nananatiling nakalagak sa silid ng University Archives.